The views and opinions expressed on this program do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of 580 WCHS, its employees, or WVRC Media. From the studios of WVRC Media, the country, the United States of America, the state, West Virginia, the city, Charleston. This is the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live. And your host.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
He's kind of a big deal.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Dave Allen.
And a good Wednesday morning to you. Senior producer Ryan Nicholson in charge of things this morning. Guarantee Bank Hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text 304-935-5008. We're in the Jarrett Construction Studios, right on time, right on budget. Visit jarrett-construction.com. License number WV030133. Phone calls to the show. Service of Guarantee Bank, 1320 Canal Boulevard, East in Charleston. Texting services provided by West Virginia's finest men's store. Tony the Taylor, Virginia Street in Charleston. Tony's going to be closed for vacation starting July 31st through August the 8th. So if you need to pick up alterations or online orders, please stop by sometime before Friday. Check out bestmastertailor.com or Tony's Facebook page for more information. Wednesday edition of the show, one step closer to the weekend. Metro News meteorologist Brian Hughes says the storms from yesterday are behind us. Today not looking too bad, much lower humidity, some sun, and a high around 80. Clear and comfortable tonight, overnight low around 60. Tomorrow sunny, beautiful. Highs are going to be in the low 80s. Beautiful again on Friday. Great weather for the final live on the levee, I should say, Friday evening. Now, by the time Saturday rolls around, we have a slight chance of showers and a better chance of rain and storms as we roll into Sunday. You can download the Metro News television app for Brian and his team of meteorologists and or follow on social media. Coming up, you want live music of the hip-hop variety and others thrown in there. The Hall of Famer for 107.3 The Beat, Woody Woods, bringing it Saturday at the Shawnee Sports Complex. Woody will be in to talk about it with us coming up a little bit later on in the show. That's after he wraps up his television commitment over WCHS Television. No relation, by the way. Woody is here, plus some things in the news to get to. And as always, your calls and texts are welcome. The Guarantee Bank Hotline, 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text, 304-935-5008. I want to welcome into the show now Adam Tate. He's been on the show before. You know his story. His teenage son, Bryce, tragically took his own life in a sextortion situation. Adam now tries to warn other parents and others about sextortion. In fact, yesterday he spoke with a group of teachers and other educators at an event here in Charleston. Adam joins us this morning on the Guarantee Bank Hotline. Adam, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hey, how you doing, sir? Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. By now, I think everyone knows the story of your late son, Bryce. But if you would, again, just take us through that day again.
Yeah, so first and foremost, I can't speak highly enough about my son. He was a tremendous person inside and out, and everyone that had the pleasure of knowing him would echo that same testament about him. So I just wanted to get that out there. He's an amazing kid. But it was just a normal day. He went to the gym. He came home, played some basketball. There was no red flags about what was going on. And we found out after, that tragedy on November the 6th, it took 12 days. But the FBI reached out to us. They performed a forensics audit on his telephone, and they found that he was a victim of sextortion. And we didn't know what that was, naturally. We had never heard that term before. But once they told us that, and we went public with it, I noticed a common theme that no one knew what sextortion was. But it kind of came our mission to spread that awareness, and we started the Bryce Tate Memorial Foundation, and that's our sole purpose, is to spread sextortion awareness to help protect kids and their families.
Where does the case stand now? Did they ever, Adam, were they able ever to trace like where it came from? Because from what I understand in talking to you before, this was a situation where your son thought he was chatting, I think, with a teenage girl, and that was what he was led to believe. And then the person, machine, or whatever was on the other end, basically threatened him with pictures and things of that nature. Where does it stand now?
Yeah, so what happened was it was a person that was claiming to be a 17-year-old girl that contacted him, and they knew enough about him to make that conversation believable. They knew he played basketball at Nitro. They knew he lifted weights at Cross Lanes Nautilus. They knew some of his best friends' names, and so they made it believable, and then they shared images and asked for him to return those images, and then that's when the exploitation started. But it's still an active investigation with the FBI. They do know the country of origin. However, they don't want that released to the public. Yeah. But it is outside of the country. But it's an active investigation with the FBI, and they're saying it sounds promising. So I'm very hopeful that we can get some justice in the near future.
Oh, absolutely. And now, as you said, you tell his story pretty much to anyone that'll listen, other parents, grandparents, and I know you spoke yesterday to some educators. You're out there telling the story of what happened to your son and how easily it happens.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, this took a matter of 3 hours for my son, and I just want people to realize how fast this does happen. So, with Bryce, it was 3 hours. We know of other cases where it was an hour, one was 20 minutes. So people need to understand this isn't something that happens over the course of days or weeks. It happens in hours, and it's very real. Like, since this happened November the 6th, just locally, Kanawha County and Putnam counties, I've had over 40 families reach out to either myself or my wife, thanking us for going public, because since then, their kids have been targeted. But since they've had those conversations with their kids, the outcomes were much different, thankfully. So I can see in real time the benefit of spreading the awareness, and that's why I feel obligated. Any opportunity that I can get out and try to spread that awareness, I'm taking every opportunity, because I see in real time the difference that the awareness makes.
And you did a presentation, I think, in front of some educators yesterday. Talk about that.
Yeah, yes, sir. So we've been in contact with the Board of Education, and we've got some other events scheduled with them in the future. But yeah, I just wanted to take that opportunity because it's very important, because it takes a community to protect our kids, because, parents can't stay up on all the different dangers. It's ever evolving. So, right now, extortion's really big. I mean, if you look at the statistics year over year, it's only increasing at like an alarming rate. So, parents can't stay up on everything and every crime that's targeting our children, and neither can teachers. So it truly takes a whole community, and I felt like what better way to try to spread this awareness if I can get a group full of teachers together, let them know what it is. So that way, whenever we're going into the next school year, they can kind of talk to their kids about this and help protect them.
And I think you're to be applauded for what you have done in talking with other parents, and the number of parents and grandparents that you have said that have come forward based on you telling your story. But the educators, I mean, let's face it, kids spend more time in school than during the school year than what they do at home. I mean, awake hours anyway, I should say. So these educators, whether it's a teacher or a coach or whatever the case may be, they have, in many cases, just as much, if not more, influence on a kid's life than what their parents do.
Right, and no matter what avenue they get this information from, the biggest thing is to have to be able to identify this threat. Like, I've seen that. Like, if they're in this moment and they're unaware of what sextortion is, it's extremely overwhelming. But if they can identify it, I've truly seen this in real time. If they've had the conversation and they know what sextortion is and they can identify it, it's much easier for them to navigate themselves out of it. So that's not to say that it's still not traumatizing and extremely scary. I mean, I've seen it firsthand. I've talked to children here just last month. I talked to a kid for 45 minutes. He was in the process of being sextorted. He knew what it was, but it was extremely terrifying for him still in that moment. So, but that's why I'm just taking all of these opportunities. Everywhere I go, I've got flyers, information cards, bracelets. I hand them out everywhere I go, just because you never know when that information is going to reach the right hands, and it can potentially save someone's life.
What do those conversations look like that you have? And I guess it depends on the situation, but if you sit down and you talk to that young man, or if you're sitting down one-on-one and talking with parents, what do the conversations look like?
Well, typically what I do is I reassure them that they did nothing wrong. Naturally, the first thing for prevention is you want kids to say, hey, don't send those images. But at the same time, you have to be realistic to understand they are kids. People make mistakes. They are kids, and that's exactly why these criminals target this age group, because they know hormones are raging, and it's a high likelihood that they can get those images. So you have to reiterate to them that they are the victim. They did nothing wrong here. You know, you can have those conversations down the road, explain to them why it's important not to send those images, but in that moment, it's not the time to ridicule.
Right? Yeah, it's already done at that point.
Yeah, exactly. So at that point, you know, I'm just trying to reassure them that they're the victim. They did nothing wrong. A lot of times, what they come back on constantly is, well, what if these images get out? What if these images get out? So that reassurance, and I tell them, you know, there's a number of things there. You know, number one, the FBI and the Sheriff's Department has tools to be able to scrub those images off the internet. So that gives them a little bit of peace of mind. Number two, if anyone else has access to those images, they are liable because they're holding child pornography.
Yep.
You know, so they can be in a lot of trouble too for just possessing those images. So I just try to reiterate to them that they did nothing wrong and try to calm their nerves down and you know, reiterate to them that they are the victim.
What does the conversation look like with a parent that hasn't had this happen to their family? I mean, somebody, when you talk to parents and they've not been a victim of this, but just as a preventative tool, what do those conversations look like, Adam?
Well, I just try to urge all parents to have that conversation because, unfortunately, I did not get to have this conversation with my son, and I can see firsthand the benefit of the conversation. You know, if you can have that talk with your kid, you're equipping them with the defense mechanism to be able to navigate themselves out of it. So, you know, I wish that I had that opportunity to tell Bryce about what this was. And so, you know, I just urge every parent, you know, like so many people fall into this state of mind where it's like, oh, that's tragic. That happened to that family down the road, you know, and I'll pray for them, so on and so forth. But they don't believe that it will happen to their family. And I was one of those people that believed that way. Like you hear all these tragic things, but in the back of our minds, you know, we're such a tight family, and my son and I had such an amazing relationship. It's like, oh, he would definitely reach out to me. You know, there's no way that something like this would happen. You know, and we're all naive. Well, I'd say most of us are naive to think that way. But I'm telling you right now, it can't happen to your family. So if it can happen to mine, it can happen to yours. And that's not a scare tactic. That's just a fact. So just have the conversation. Yeah, you know, it's a somewhat difficult conversation, but trust me, I wish that I could have had it with my son, Bryce.
Before we let you go, Adam, talk about the foundation that you started and what you're hoping to accomplish here.
Yeah, so what we're doing is it's a Bryce Tate Memorial Foundation. We've got a website. If anyone wants to look at it, it's justiceforbryce.com. And the biggest thing we're doing is just naturally trying to spread awareness. We are partnered throughout the United States. We've got some people in Washington, Oregon, Texas, Wisconsin, Maryland, South Carolina, Florida. So what I do is I partner with them, and I send them thousands of flyers and information cards and bracelets so that way they can have conversations within their own communities. And I do the same here. Just try to spread awareness any way that I can, if that's through social media platforms, if that's through flyers and information cards. And then we're also partnered with Pray and Play West Virginia, who's a nonprofit in the state as well. And they're putting on 2 memorial basketball tournaments in Bryce's memory. And that's a great way to get the community together. And we also have information there. We've got some other groups that are there to help with like mental health with kids and, you know, other areas of concern that kids might come across throughout the school year. But we've actually got a tournament coming up September the 12th and the 13th at Nitro. It's going to be a 3-on-3 outdoor tournament. So we're pretty excited about that. But biggest thing is we're just trying to spread awareness. And
I know I had you on last year, I think, to talk about that tournament. So remind me, and we'll have you on again as the tournament gets a little bit closer. I appreciate it, Adam. Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir.
Adam Tate, man, what a story. I mean, every time I hear, you know, that story, and that's the second or third time I've interviewed Adam, it's just such a tragedy. And I guess to me, and again, I'm a non-parent, I'll say that, but that it all happened in a course of about 3 hours. This was not like from what his dad says, and it is an ongoing investigation. This was not something that went on over several months. This literally happened in about a 3-hour time frame. That this young man, Bryce, was messaged or somehow, I don't know how it was someone that he thought was a 17-year-old girl. It turns out it was someone in another country. Images were exchanged, and then they come back and say, if you don't get me this money, we're going to make those images public. And again, as Adam said, the FBI has been involved for some time. This happened in November of last year. It's still an ongoing investigation. They have said that it did not happen in America, but they don't want to reveal the country that it did happen in. I think bottom line is And I think this is good information for all of us. And look, I'm a user of social media, and not sure what platform they used or whatever. But when you're on social media, about 80% of the people that are on there on nationals are not real people. So just keep that in mind. It's 9:22. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. If you're injured, visit forthepeople.com. My man, Woody Woods, coming up next on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses want to thank you for shopping locally.
According to Feeding America, over 7 million seniors nationwide were food insecure in 2022. West Virginia is no different. Hi, I'm Jason, President and CEO of Union Mission Ministries. For 113 years, Union Mission has focused on helping people in need. Right now, our senior citizens need our help. That is why Union Mission is partnering with local senior living facilities to get food delivered directly to those in need. Will you help us reach more seniors? Visit unionmission.com to learn more.
You may think speeding a little isn't really speeding, but even a few miles over the limit has consequences. First, there's the fine. Your first offense could cost you $100 plus court costs, and you'll pay a lot more if it's your second or third offense. Eventually, you can lose your license or even go to jail. And those are minor consequences. Speeding causes 10,000 deaths each year. So next time you think a few miles over isn't a big deal, think again. This message is brought to you by the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program.
Welcome back to the show. It's 9:24. Sounds of the official band of the Dave Allen Show. It's Amos Steele. You got something going on, some kind of a festival, some kind of a class reunion, gathering, whatever the case is, then that's the guys you need to contact. Amos Steele. You can check him out on Facebook. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you in part by the all-new Generations Ford of Hurricane. Visit generationsford.com. Big happenings. And it's always big. It's always big happenings when Woody Woods is around. He's got a big gathering that he was going to happen over at Shawnee Sports Complex this Saturday. Woodrow, welcome to the show.
Got a big stomach. I don't know. It's always something big. Welcome, man. Hey, Hall of Fame, Dave. I haven't been on the show since you've been. They announced it, man. I missed when you were here crying with your wife and stuff. I was in Fort Wayne, but man, congratulations, my brother. I love you, man.
I appreciate
it.
And joining you and Chris Lawrence and Jeff Jenkins and
Steve and
Jenny, and so yeah.
Let me ask you this: did you get to meet Lacey Neff?
Yes, but not. I didn't work with him, but I met him at different broadcasting events and things like that nature.
That was the first guy I really not recognized in the Hall of Fame, but I really cried because he deserved it, man. And you are one of those people that we've been knowing each other even before you worked here. We've been knowing each other a long time, and you deserve every part of this thing that they giving you, my man.
I really do.
I'm
kidding.
No, you can talk that talk. I want to thank me. You hear me? But you deserve it, man.
It's an honor to go in there, and and when I think about the people in this company and other companies that have gone there, people that have passed, and to think, no, wait a minute. I mean, every day I pull on this parking lot, Woodrow. I mean, every day I'm like, wait a minute. I work with Fred Persinger. Are you kidding me?
I
work with. I'm in the same building with Jeff Jenkins. I've been here 6 years, and it still takes me a little bit of time to get used to that.
Hey, Dave, and serious on a real note, those probably are the two nicest people in our building. They can be arrogant if they want to. We're talking about Jeff Jenkins and Fred Persinger.
Yeah,
and they will help you. Yep. They would do anything that you need done, especially if it's behind this microphone, to make our shows better.
100%.
So shout out to them, man.
All right, so let's talk about this big event.
It's going down Saturday.
All right, talk about it.
It's WoodyFest, man. WoodyFest is happening, brought to you by Salango Law. I know you know Ben and A to Z Outlet. Actually, it's been in the works about 3 years, man. C4 Promotions. We got got a promotion team with us. Riggs and Ryan's dad and Roger and Charles Rashid, and we some
heavy hitters there, man.
Yeah, man. I don't know how I get to sit at the table over there with Soho's. They call that the owner's table. But yeah, I get to sit at the owner's table at Soho's. But
Ryan didn't even get to sit at the owner's table.
Ryan, I'm pulling you up, brother. Talk that talk, Ryan. But man, we're gonna have a good time, brother. It's gonna happen Saturday. Gates open up at 3:00. And the way we did this, we did it kind of in eras, music eras. Like Yin Yang Twins is more of the 45 to 50-year-olds. Waka Flocka, I just got off 8 with Hannah Klein, and she said she loves him, so that's kind of that era. And Da Baby, it might be the biggest hip hop artist out right now, man. We got lucky with him to have him in Charleston this Saturday. And you got, just so many other folks that are going to be there too. You got, I hate to call them local. You got great artists like, we got Pantry Band. He's a country guy. We got White Mike. He's actually a firefighter that does hip hop music. You got Leisha Lee hosting it. It's just a beautiful thing, man. Why did you want to do this? There's a lot of we in this business don't have a lot of time, in a weekend. If we kind of cherish those weekends that if you get a rare one that you don't have something to do. This is a lot of work, man. I have put on concerts in the past, never anything like this. I've done like one night concerts. I've never done anything plus outdoors and everything. Yeah. Why did you want to do this? I think I've been on the radio in this market for 27 years, and I really didn't have, and it's not about me. Roger them made me name it WoodyFest, but it really wasn't nothing that I can leave to my kids and say, if this thing, because we're not just doing it one year, we're going to continue to do it. And they can say, my daddy started this, and it's the first one. And I also wanted an outlet for artists like Nene Incognito or Coco, that they can get on a big stage with these major artists also. There's something really cool about that. And I'm not a musician, but I have been around plenty that when, you have a quote unquote local act or an up and coming act that gets to rub shoulders backstage at the catering table or whatever with one of these major stars. It's kind of like what we talked about earlier. You think I've arrived. I'm in the same conversation with them. We had an artist meeting yesterday, and the artist came, and we fellowshipped. We learned off each other. We talked about how the show is going to run. And it's one thing that I want to leave a mark in this market, that we love our musicians. We love them, man. And this is a stage where they can get in front of 5,000 people, brother. And again, it's going to be the Shawnee Sports Complex, but it's not. I saw somebody posted on Facebook, might have been Leisha, or somebody posted on Facebook and said, this is not a concert. There's music there, but this is an event. This is a festival, because there's a lot of other things going on. You got food trucks coming in. You got stuff, for kids. And more importantly, this is something that is in a safe environment. Everything's going to go off without a hitch, I'm sure. No question. That's shout out to the Kanawha County Sheriffs. There's going to be about 30 of them there. Also, security team. Our security top notch, man. I got a security partner named Chad Davis, and it's just top notch. And we just gonna have, like Lisa said, it's more than a concert, man. And it's the first one at Shawnee. And big shout out to Commissioner Salango. If this go well, and I think it will, they're going to do more stuff there. It's not just going to be the soccer fields or the football fields or the baseball games. Now we're going to have an outside music venue that we can, and you can have all different types of music. Oh yeah, definitely. There's no reason why you couldn't have, and I'm a big believer, and I love when you have these mashes of people that kind of come together. Like you said, you got Pantry there. Right. You also got hip hop, some of the biggest artists in the game there. But I would like nothing better than to, let's do a gospel. Let's do a country one. Let's do a southern rock one. Let's just do it all. I might be talking too much, but Mike Jerus, the owner of the Olive Tree, he said, man, when this over, we're gonna work on some jazz stuff. So we might have a jazz. So it might be something like that. And it's just we got that. Well, they got that land out there. Once they built that thing up, it's beautiful. I don't know if you've been in there lately, man. It's a beautiful facility that they did with Shawnee. I think it brought back a lot of economic money to that area. Hotels, food places, the pitch is right there. Jerus got the Olive Tree Express in there. It's just so much stuff we can do, and the commissioners are with it. They want to do stuff there. All right, let's. Have you got the lineup in front of you there, so we can kind of go down the lineup for people? Let me see if I have. Well, while you do that, I will say this: the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you in part by Pinnacle Consultants, helping to identify environmental concerns like asbestos, lead, mold, indoor quality issues in buildings all across the state, providing inspections, testing, and accredited lab services you can trust. Check out pinnaclecorp.net, helping you understand your environment, because what you don't know can hurt you. Hey, Dave, how do I get a commercial on your show? Write it. People love you. Like, people love the Dave Allen Show.
The Dave Allen Show brought to you in part by Woody. Woody for breakfast today had Raisin Bran. And no, man, you've always got something going on. I mean, you're always, whether this is the biggest thing you've ever done,
this
obviously.
Is the biggest, yeah.
But, I mean, you always got some sort of an event going on and whatever. So, we're literally in the same building.
No doubt. I love you, brother. And thanks for having that open door policy for me, man. If you want the lineup, Gate's going to open up at 3. DJ Lauren Trill, she's a female DJ. She's going to kick it off. Then Stephen Thomas is an R&B guy. He's going to go on stage at 3:30. Then you got Nene, that's a female hip-hop artist, at 4. Then at 4:30, you got Prince Faye. At 5, you got Pantry. You know, Pantry can do all kind of music. 5:45, you got Big TC. A young lady out of Huntington named Coco. Wow, she's awesome. She's going to go on stage about 6 o'clock. White Mike right around 6:20. Then Duck City. I think you might have Duck City on the show here about last. I think you did. If not, you need to have them on the show.
Okay.
Duck City.
Book it.
I'll book it. 6:45. Then you got the headliners. You got Yin Yang Twins at 7:30. Waka Flocka at 8:30. And The Baby at 9:30.
Let me ask you a really, really dumb question.
Nothing's dumb.
No, this one's going to be dumb.
Okay, how dumb is it?
Back in the day, hip-hop artists wanted to have tough-sounding names, like DMC and DMX. And when did we kind of start going toward Da Baby and Bad Bunny? When did we kind of just change that? Now, there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying it kind of changed a little.
I think you had to change it because now we're in a digital stage and with algorithms and YouTubes and TikToks. If you notice, like the music was gangster rap back then, and now it's coming more into pop hip hop, and it's okay because Spotify will pull your record if you talk about shooting somebody now. YouTube don't allow guns and reefer smoke and bottles on their platform. So I think we went through in hip hop stage, we went through the little Bow Wow, Little Wayne, Little Zane, everybody was little. And I'm talking about everybody, Little Granny and Little Unk and them, man. I said, now we in the soft era stage.
Okay.
So
all right. It's just interesting how it's progressed.
Bad Bunny, Da Baby, it's like we have in hip hop where we got Da Baby and we got Baby. So 2 different artists.
And then years ago there was Babyface.
Got Babyface.
Yeah.
You know where he's from?
No, I do not.
Take a wild guess.
You gonna tell me Charleston?
No, Indianapolis.
Fort Wayne. I was going to say Fort Wayne.
Close. He got a house in Fort Wayne.
Okay, yeah. I didn't know that. He was. I could talk. You and I could sit and talk music all day, especially. But I think one of the things that interests me about the whole hip hop genre is it is truly a genre that is American. Most of our stuff, like bluegrass, country, it came from other places. Now, that's not to say that there weren't international influences in hip hop, but it was a music that was born out of the streets.
Right.
And it was also, it's relatively new. I mean, going back to mid 1970s.
78.
Mid to late 1970s. So it's got that going for it. And it's also one of the only, I'm getting really, really deep here.
Here we go. It's brought to you by.
It's also one of those things that it's not just a music, it is an entire culture.
It's a lifestyle.
And I mean, I go back, I'm older than you. I go back to like in 1980, 81 when the whole urban cowboy thing was out. Everybody was suddenly riding mechanical bulls and everybody was wearing cowboy hats and skin tight jeans, whatever.
That's kind of back now.
So we had that, but this is, when you talk about hip hop, Woodrow, I mean, this is an entire culture that goes beyond the music.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lifestyle. You got to live it. And it's not a bad lifestyle. And people try to put bad light on hip hop. I remember a long time ago, man, I had a boss. I won't say his name. He's like, we can't say hip hop. And I'm like, that's what we play. Why can't we say it if we're playing it? People not dumb. Yeah. Like, we can't say this the poppiest station in America. No, we play hip hop music, and hip hop music is okay to play. It's safe. It's okay, guys. You can listen. And here's the crazy part about it, Dave. Now I'm getting deep. I DJ in a lot of places, not just nightclubs. I DJ country clubs. I DJ bar mitzvahs. We DJ big time weddings. I'm talking about $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 weddings when we get a $5,000 tip. And guess what most of the playlists have on it?
Hip hop?
Hip hop. Hip hop.
It's fun music.
Right.
It is.
Right.
Yeah.
You can get in the car right now, and it might be Commissioner Salengo. I've been in his car before, and I'm like, okay, I see you, Commissioner. I see you. But, just look at the events we have at the red carpet. We have all type of people there, delegates, senators, judges, Supreme Court judges, crackheads, thugs, everyone. It's just a melting pot of the genre of music that we have.
All right. Give me the all the details again. And I'm going to bring you back this afternoon. You know,
I got to put on my suit jacket.
Well, so the thing about it is when you got a face that's that pretty, it cannot be contained to just radio. So we're going to put you on Metro News Television.
I love it.
The 2 o'clock hour this afternoon. And the cool thing is you don't even have to wear pants because nobody sees you from the.
Oh, my God.
I'm not wearing pants now.
Ryan,
don't stand up.
Are we taking a break?
Don't stand up. No. Tell us about the concert.
It's happening this Saturday, man. We will have about 1,000 tickets at the gate. All right. If you haven't got your ticket, I will advise you go get your ticket at WoodyFestWV.com. But if you gotta wait till Saturday, get there early. Here's another thing: if you haven't been to Shawnee, traffic gonna be kind of backed up. Be patient or come early. And here's the thing that somebody else said on Facebook. Just ride with somebody, like carpool. We got about 1,500 spots at Shawnee, parking spots.
Yeah.
Then we got additional parking over at West Virginia State University. Shout out to State and shout out to the KRT. They're going to do shuttles back and forth. Yeah. So I'm ready, man.
And you can't bring coolers or anything like that.
No. Mike Jerusa kill us, man. But no coolers, no big tents. You can bring lawn chairs. If you ladies,
will there be seating there?
Well, you got little seating.
Okay,
you got some. But I would, if I were you, I would bring a lawn chair.
Stadium chair, something like that.
Yeah, bring a chair. No outside food, and just regular concert rules. No smoking. No, we will have alcohol there, courtesy of the Olive Tree Express, but just concert rules.
All right.
And have fun. The biggest thing, have fun. Yeah. Take a lot of pictures.
Yeah, take a lot of pictures.
Yes, sir.
This will be the first of many, I'm sure.
It's first of many. I got to go meet with Ryan Dad right now and try to plan the next year's out.
Well, I've learned in event planning, again, I've done some, but never anything as big as what you're doing. The show's the easy part. It's everything that leads up to the show. Because once the curtain is up, there's it's out of your hands at that point.
I told my wife this. I don't know how much time we got. I told my wife this. I can't wait till August 2nd. And she said, why? She said, I said, the WoodyFest will be over. I can breathe a little bit. She said, nope. I said, what? Multi-Fest is next week.
Yeah.
So, August 13th, I'll smile and give you a hug, Dave.
Sounds good.
I don't even drink coffee, man. Water.
It's a good time to start.
Water and Tito's.
All right. WoodyFest, again, it's happening at Shawnee. It is this coming Saturday. Information available on Woody's social media, on 107.3 The Beat, and also on Dave Allen Radio as well. Go check it out. 20 minutes away from 10. We'll take a break. Come back after this on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses live to make life better for you and your family.
They say roads are made for journeys, not destinations. And now that I'm retired, I make a point to journey as much as I can. But when night driving became a challenge, my son and I decided it was time for a doctor's visit to ensure my safety behind the wheel. I was worried, but instead of restrictions, we discussed solutions to make sure I can continue on my journeys.
Aging can alter how we drive. Take charge of your safety and independence by evaluating your driving skills regularly. Learn more at StaySafeWV.com. This message is brought to you by the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program.
You've worked hard. You've saved. Now it's time to make your money work for you without second-guessing every decision. I'm John Burdett with 4th Avenue Financial, and I help people retire with confidence and clarity. We'll create a personalized plan that fits your lifestyle, your goals, and your legacy. Retirement should feel like freedom, not fear. Visit 4thAvenueFinancial.com. Let's get started today. 4th Avenue Financial, retirement done right.
Securities offered through Jenny McCole Financial Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through Jenny McCole Advisors Incorporated.
July 1st is a busy time for the Putnam County Assessor's Office. Personal property assessment forms will be arriving in your mailbox and must be returned to the Assessor's Office by October 1st. Business owners are required to file a business return between July 1st and September 1st. Farm use discount applications also accepted July 1st through September 1st. Homestead exemption applications are accepted July 1st through December 1st. For more information or to use their online filing service, visit PutnamCOAssessor.com. That's PutnamCOAssessor.com.
Start your morning local, The Dave Allen Show on 580 WCHS, weekday mornings at 9:06. It's Charleston's Conversations, covering the stories, events, and people shaping the Kanawha Valley. Backed by the award-winning WCHS Newsroom, Dave talks with local politicians, community leaders, and listeners like you. It's what's happening in the Charleston area, distilled for you on the radio. Stream or catch the podcast at WCHSnetwork.com and tune in on 580 WCHS.
$18 away from 10 on a Wednesday morning. The sounds of the Amos Steel Band, official house band of the Dave Allen Show. Again, if you need somebody to play your party, right there you go. Reach out to them on Facebook. I invite you to join me every Friday morning, 9:06, for the Adopt Me Please Pet of the Week from the Kanawha Charleston Humane Association, brought to you by Almost Heaven Interiors, family owned, proudly serving the community for over 50 years, specializing in custom blinds, shades, shutters, upholstery, and beautifully crafted sewn goods, homes to hospitals, classrooms to commercial spaces. They can do it all, located at 516 D Street in South Charleston. Get ready to talk Mountaineer football and go inside the huddle. Tony Caridi, August the 6th at the Willow Event Center, 1706 Greenbrier Street in Charleston near Capitol High. Doors going to open at 5:30. Hotline with Weekly and Coop will be live there. There'll be tailgate food, silent and live auctions, and a chance to appear on an upcoming broadcast with Tony and more. Ticket packages available for individuals, groups, and corporate sponsors. Every dollar raised benefits the United Way of Central West Virginia. Tickets, information, and more, visit UnitedWayCWV.org. Brought to you by United Bank in conjunction with WCHS and the Charleston Gazette Mail. Rest of the show is yours. Guarantee Bank hotline 304-345-5858. Tony V. Taylor text 304-935-5008. Do you like pickles? Of course you do. Who doesn't like pickles? The people at the South Charleston Farmers Market are hoping you do. This weekend, the Almost Heaven Pickle Fest is going to be held at the Farmers Market there in South Charleston. Saturday, 9 a.m. till 6 p.m., Sunday, 11 till 5. The West Virginia Pickle Guy will be there. And let me tell you, the West Virginia Pickle Guy, he's always at the hunting and fishing show every year, different events. Just, incredible guy. He's actually going to be on the show tomorrow. Done this show for 6 years, hundreds of guests. I've never interviewed someone with a name like the Pickle Guy. But on the show tomorrow, the West Virginia Pickle Guy will be here. And it's not just pickles. There's food trucks, all kinds of other vendors. Again, this is Saturday and Sunday at the South Charleston Farmers Market. And again, we will talk about it with the West Virginia Pickle Guy and Sean Zuniga from the city of South Charleston coming up on the show tomorrow. Coming up later today, Metro News Midday, 13 News, and Tonight Live anchor Amanda Barron and me, powered by Salango Law. It's Wednesday, which means we're going to introduce you to another wonderful West Virginian. Chris Lawrence will be in with the news. TJ Meadows has commentary. Well, as I said earlier, going to get a return visit from Woody Woods, because a face that pretty needs to be on Metro News Television, too. So he's going to join us during the 2 o'clock hour. We're going to have more on some of the people and groups wanting to distance themselves from former Delegate Elliot Pritt. So we'll get into that story. Brad Howe from Three Guys and Metro News Sports Line is going to stop by as well. And, of course, we do Open Line West Virginia. Metro News Midday with 13 News and Tonight Live anchor Amanda Barron and me coming up today, powered by Salango Law. I want to take a quick moment here to thank our listeners here in Charleston and all of our WVRC media stations across the state. More than 6 full truckloads. Now, we're not talking F-150s. We're talking full trucks that have been donated with flood items from listeners like you. They've been sent to the flood victims in north central West Virginia. Now, as far as the money goes, between what we collected here in Charleston last Friday and what was collected Monday in Morgantown and also Martinsburg and yesterday in Clarksburg and online, over $31,000 has been collected. Big shout outs to, of course, you, the listeners, but also Titan Roofing, Huntington Bank matching up to $25,000 of that. And of course, the Red Cross as well. Simply amazing work from all involved, but especially for you, the greatest listeners in the world. And you can still donate. We're not done yet. Go to WVMetroNews.com or any of our station websites, and you can donate actually for the next several days. The need is still here, folks, and we appreciate all you have done so far. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live brought to you in part by Husson's Pizza. The July special at Husson's: buy any regularly priced large 18-inch pizza and get a 2-liter bottle of any Pepsi product for free. Find your nearest Husson's for delivery, pickup, or dine-in at HussonsPizza.com. Some things in the news. The Alyssa Middleton case. A story by Daniel Woods posted this morning, WVMetroNews.com. The trial for the ambulance driver charged with running over and killing John Lucas is on hold. Now, according to Daniel's reporting, Judge Dave Hardy yesterday said he could not rule on a motion for a change of venue because the state Supreme Court hasn't ruled yet on a totally separate case where a change of venue was requested. So what I read into that, and according to Daniel's story that you can read at WVMetroNews.com, Judge Hardy's basically saying once a decision comes out in that case, it will allow him to move on one way or the other for the change of venue in this case. Now, Alyssa Middleton, of course, 19, charged with voluntary manslaughter, aggravated vehicular homicide, and fleeing the scene of an accident causing death. All those are felonies. This all in the death of John Lucas in April. And because of all the attention that the case has gotten, not only in the media, but in the world of social media, the attorneys for Alyssa Middleton are saying she simply can't get a fair trial here in Kanawha County. They also asked for what's called a sealed venue, meaning that if a change of venue is granted, the public wouldn't know where the trial was moved to. Now, Judge Hardy did rule on that, saying that even if there is a change of venue, everyone would know where it's changed to if it is, and it will be held in open court. Now, there are also still some questions about the medical examiner's report, which they don't have back yet. So what is next? Judge Hardy has scheduled another hearing September 11th, but it could come sooner if the medical examiner's report is received before that time. And again, the story is posted at WVMetroNews.com. Also, Jack Carlson has a story posted at the website. We told you about the meetings that were held about the Valley North Transmission Line, which could stretch from Putnam County to Frederick County, Maryland. Valley Link had 2 meetings yesterday, one in Sissonville at the middle school and one in Spencer, and there are 2 more this evening, one in Poca at the high school, the other at the Green Center in Kenna, which is in Jackson County. Last night's meeting in Sissonville, which Jack attended and wrote about it at the website. Pictures, too, of the map. If you want to see what the map looks like, it's posted at WVMetroNews.com. This thing would go through about 20 counties and 260 total miles, and it would start at John Amos and would end up in Maryland. No specific routes are set in stone yet. There are a lot of questions and concerns, and you can read more about it at WVMetroNews.com. Logan Regional Medical Center celebrating their 100th anniversary with a free concert party and get-together Saturday, August 8th, Logan Football Stadium. Gates open at 3. Come out and enjoy the music of Ricky Skaggs and Kentucky Thunder, America's Got Talent winner Landau Eugene Murphy Jr., Corduroy Brown, the Davison Brothers Band, Del Nora, Motown legends, the voices of classic soul, featuring members of the Temptations, the Four Tops, the Drifters, and more. Totally free. That's a cool thing about it. And there will be food, fireworks, and stuff for the kids to do. I'll be serving as MC along with Big Brother Burke, so looking forward to seeing you there. And if you need more information about it, check out the Logan Regional Medical Center Facebook page. Guarantee Bank Hotline 304-345-5858. Tony V. Taylor text 304-935-5008. Back after this on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses want to thank you for supporting local small business.
Having issues with your home like wet basements, water in your crawl space, bowing or leaning walls, or foundation cracks? You need Foster Construction, your foundation repair experts. Locally owned and operated, Foster Construction offers free inspections and estimates and has a licensed professional engineer on staff. Their services include basement and crawl space waterproofing, foundation repair, and retaining walls. Call 304-776-6263 and get started today. Online at FosterConstructionWV.com. Foster Construction. They'll fix it right the first time.
Hey, this is Bobby Spry, and last year we purchased a new HVAC system from West Virginia Heating and Cooling. During the inspection of our old unit, their technician discovered a crack in the heat exchanger that was slowly leaking carbon monoxide into our home. From that moment on, we knew we chose the best technicians and the best service. Every technician is drug tested and background checked, giving our family peace of mind. When it comes to protecting your home and family, trust the best. West Virginia Heating and Cooling.
Have you ever dreamed of a project that seemed impossible? Wondered who could bring it to life with precision and care? At Jared Construction, they don't just build, they craft futures. From historic restorations to cutting-edge designs, they have been your trusted partner since 1999. Whether it's an auto dealership, apartment complex, sports complex, or church addition, Jared Construction has you covered. See more at jared-construction.com. WV030133.
Right on time, right on budget. Call on Jared Construction.
If you've been injured, you need a lawyer who knows West Virginia because they live in West Virginia. Tom and Harvey Payton were born and raised here. They've spent decades fighting for injury victims, and they know how to get results. At the Payton Law Firm, you get straight talk, strong representation, and local attorneys who care. Call 755-5556 today or visit PaytonLawFirm.com.
The attorneys referenced in this ad are lifelong residents and are licensed to practice law in the state of West Virginia.
The Reds make up the rain-out game with the Guardians today at 1:10 on Charleston Sports Radio, 106.7 and 1490 WSWW.
8 away from 10. You know by now, that's Ian the Steel Band. Check them out on Facebook. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live brought to you by the Charleston Dirty Birds. Long road trip continues for the Birds. They are in High Point this week. And the next week, they're in Lexington. They're back at Go-Mart Ballpark on August 7th. Check out dirtybirdsbaseball.com. Guarantee Bank Hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text 304-935-5008. And we do have a phone call. Let's talk to Bob. You're on the show. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Don't be offended by this, Dave, but twice you did the news about the meeting on the power line. And you said it was at Sissonville Middle School in Sissonville. Sissonville Middle School is about 7 miles from Sissonville, actually closer to Charleston than it is Sissonville. But people on the radio station, the Charleston newspaper, and the TV stations have everything that happens around the corner there from Washington Street happening in Sissonville. And Sissonville is about a mile from the Jackson County line, about 200 people. And believe me, nothing newsworthy has happened in Sissonville in the last 50 years.
You know who you sound like? Do you know Delegate Dana Farrell?
Yeah.
You sound like Dana Farrell, because that's what Dana Farrell tells me all the time.
I went to church with Dana Farrell for several years. Yeah, Dana's a good man. But if you're giving the news to tell people where something happened, Sissonville Middle School, 7 miles.
Okay.
Sissonville.
Good point, Bob, and well taken, and I'll make sure I tell everybody else in the building. I appreciate your call. Appreciate you listening, Bob. Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right. Something else quickly on my mind this morning in Putnam County. There was a lot of hoopla yesterday, and it was announced that Texas Roadhouse is going to open in Tays Valley. Of course, it's still got to be built, so it'll be next to, where the Tays Valley exit is, where the Sleep Inn Hotel is. That's where it's going to be built. That's also not in Sissonville, by the way. That's Tays Valley Road. Everyone's all jacked up about it. And look, I am not hating on it. I will eat there. They have steaks and they have beer, so I'll be there. Here's my thing, though. A little editorial comment from me. And look, people like what they like. And again, I like Texas Roadhouse as much as the next person, probably more. But I would love for people to share the same excitement over local restaurants. The ones that are owned and operated locally, with a corporate headquarters locally, not in Texas, New York, but actually here. The Tays Valley area has some wonderful restaurants, locally owned places. Fireside, Fairways Prime, Eleanor Barbecue, Bubbarino's, Sergio's, Farley's, Ty Valley Kitchen, Hank's, Taste of Asia, Emma Ray's, Billy's Sundays, just to name a few. And I know I left some off. And let me just state, I am not against Texas Roadhouse. It'll be great for the county, and it will employ a lot of people. And and I love their steaks. I will eat there. I just yesterday was perusing social media, And look, the elected officials, I love them. Mayor Edwards and folks at the Development Authority, big economic, because it's going to employ a lot of people. And I love that. I love that it employs people. Okay. So my issue is not with that. My issue is I just wish that, and this is not exclusive to Taze Valley. The same thing happened. How many times you pick? I read this the other day. Somebody said, "Well, there's nowhere to eat in Charleston." Are you kidding me? There's nowhere to eat especially in downtown Charleston. And this is not me hating on corporations, because I'm an ultimate capitalist next to TJ, the ultimate capitalist in the world. And I love the fact that it's coming. I love the fact that it is going to employ a lot of people. And like I said, I'll eat there. I just wish that we would have the same excitement for locally owned restaurants. The ones that actually support your little league teams, the ones that give your donations for your churches, that help out your civic organization, that sort of thing. And if we had that, maybe 50% of all local restaurants, I did the research, 50% of all locally owned restaurants go out of business in the first 2 to 3 years. 50%. Support Texas Roadhouse. Please do. Going to hire people. I'm glad to have them there. But let's also try to share some of that love for the local guys, too. Just saying. Text, how dare you dog Texas Roadhouse? Meadows, did I dog Texas Roadhouse in any way?
I don't think you dogged it. No.
And the text,
you knew you were going to get heat, though.
The text says, they blow the locals away. I said what I said. Well, okay. Go out there and ask for a donation for something. And again, maybe they do donate, because I know that organizations like Kroger do give a lot back to local communities. I do. Yeah. Maybe they do as well. I'm not hating on Texas Roadhouse. I'm just saying I would love to, when people have these discussions about restaurants, what we need is this. What we need is, we have support local, please. Just try it. Support locals. And in Taze Valley, I grew up Free Will Baptist. I'll put Firesides fried chicken up against any fried chicken I've ever had anywhere, including the Free Will Baptist Church. So there's that.
My favorite restaurant, TJ's Bar and Grill. Nobody does a filet like I do a filet.
And again, it's just something I was reading yesterday, last night. I would just say, oh, thank goodness we finally have someplace to eat. Yes, glad to have them there. They're going to employ a lot of people. They have great steaks. But you've got plenty of great places that are already there. Give a little love.
Give a little love
to the people that are there. Just saying.
Love somebody.
What you got?
Coming up, Dave Cook from the Secretary of State's office. We'll get into the ballot issue with Pritt, try to bring some clarity to it. Uriah Cummings, School Financial Operations Officer for the state of West Virginia, stops by with information on central offices. Chris Beam, President and CEO of First Energy, on their power plant. Plus, we'll talk with Jared Halpern, Fox News. Fauci taking the fifth.
I saw that.
We'll talk with that, see what the White House thinks about that, and much, much more.
Yeah, all right. I'll be back again tomorrow. West Virginia pickle guy on the show tomorrow.
Pickles.
See you later. Till then, have fun. Love somebody.
WCHS AM 96.5 FM Charleston and 104.5 Cross Lanes, a WVRC media station. We're proud to live here too.